Hello, my loves. Welcome to Yoga with Mesa, and welcome to your 30-minute yin yoga to feel better. If you are here now or you found this video, perhaps it is because you have been experiencing some difficult emotions or feelings lately, or perhaps you're just looking to feel better in the mind, the body, the spirit, whatever your reason. The intention of our class today is to leave feeling a deeper sense of peace, well-being, and ease within. But to do this, to feel this way, we're gonna take some time on our mat. I've got 8 poses for you. Each pose we will hold for 3 minutes before we finish in our Savasana. And when we hold these poses, we're looking to have tolerable discomfort. So find your 70-80% edge. You're not pushing too hard. It's not difficult to breathe, but you're feeling a little bit of tension. And throughout class, I'm gonna cue you to breathe into this tension, to honor it, to expand and soften with the breath. And as we do this throughout these next 30 minutes, we'll just slowly chip away at any of the difficult feelings in our being and hopefully leave feeling a little bit better. So for class today, I invite you to reach for a prop. You can use a block if you have one, or you can grab a pillow and maybe fold it in half, or a thick blanket. And then there will be a couple of poses where I will offer it for you. So if you need to pause the video and come right back, we'll be here when you get back. Let's go ahead and get started in our child's pose. So the knees will come out wide, big toes come to touch. And then just allow your heart to soften towards your mat. Forehead softens towards your mat. Reach your hands out long in front of you towards the top of your space. Option to take that prop and place it underneath your heart or forehead if you'd like. Let's begin practice by connecting with the breath, the body, and arriving on our mat. I encourage you to invite compassion into your practice today, so when you find yourself, notice yourself judging yourself. Can you maybe invite a little humor into your space and say, oh, I'm judging myself again. That's okay. I'm here now. I'm with the breath. So let's take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let your day go right here. Let's do another one just like that, all the way in through your nose. Fill up with air, rib cage expands. Open mouth, exhale, release tension, let it go. Beautiful. One more time, the biggest breath you've taken all day. And when you're ready, release the breath. Amazing job. Go ahead and allow your lips to soften closed and let your nose breathe in and out with its natural rhythm. So releasing control, air coming in and out organically. If you would like to set an intention for your practice, you can choose anything that calls to you. But the intention I'm going to offer us today to remind ourselves throughout practice, just to help us stick with that theme of feeling better by releasing. The intention I'm going to offer you is it is okay to feel. It is okay to feel. We don't need to label feelings good or bad. They just are. Remember that when we feel things, it's our body, it's our mind trying to protect us and keep us safe to navigate this world, this universe. So let's just remember it's all created the same. It's all created equally and with the same intention. It's just to help us navigate. If you'd like to seal that intention in, take a deep breath in. It's okay to feel. And exhale, let it go. Allow yourself to have a few more breaths in stillness here in your child's pose. expanding on the inhales and softening on the exhales. Two more breaths. Final breath in. Final breath out. On your next inhale, lovingly gaze towards the top of your space. Press into your palms, shift your hips over your knees, shoulders over wrists, tabletop neutral spine. Inhale, hug your right knee in towards your chest, and then place your right knee behind your right wrist. That right foot is edging towards the left side of your space, and then start to crawl your left knee back, slide it back so that your hips soften towards the earth. This is our pigeon pose. If it is not serving you in your body, you're welcome to take a reclined figure four. You can do that by going onto your back and then placing your right ankle over your left thigh by bending your knee, and then you'll feel that stretch in your outer right thigh and hip. If you're in your pigeon pose, try to have an equal distribution of weight in the hips, and then if and when you're ready, you're welcome to explore sleeping pigeon by melting your heart towards the earth, maybe walking your forearms down onto the earth or onto a prop. And this is going to be one of our more intense poses today. This is where a lot of people tend to feel deep sensations, so I invite you to breathe into the sensations. Remember that intention. It is okay to feel. It's okay to feel. So whatever comes up, can you honor it? Can you give it space to be felt, to be heard? And only then do these intense, difficult feelings feel like they are ready to be let go of. Inhaling to expand, to create space. And exhaling to soften into that space you have just created. Remember to always come out of postures if you feel pinching, burning, or stinging. But if it is simply deep sensation, maybe difficult emotions, what would happen if you breathed into it, offered it your compassion rather than that judgment? Three more breaths. Slow, deep, healing breaths. Ever so kindly, begin to press yourself back up onto the hands. And then to get out of this, I like to tuck the back toes and then use them to help scoot that left knee forward so that it comes close to underneath the hip. And then take your right knee and guide it to meet your left. Let's meet in center for one round of our cat-cow. So as you inhale, lower your belly, open your heart, tilt your tailbone high to the sky, chin to the sky. As you exhale, hug your belly button towards your spine, chin to chest, curl it all in, arch your back. Inhale, tabletop, neutral spine. Beautiful. We're going to find our pigeon pose on the other side. If this side is different, feel free to take that reclined figure four option. So with that breath in, hug your left knee in towards your chest. Then guide your left knee behind your left wrist. That Left foot is edging towards the right side of your space, so that figure 7 shape. And then start to slide your right knee back. Again, aiming for equal distribution of weight in the hips. For alignment, you can try to guide that left hip back, right hip forward as well. And then you're welcome to stay here in an elevated posture, or you can start to find your sleepy pigeon by walking your hands and your arms towards the earth. If you have a pillow or block, then maybe you slide that underneath you as well. And remember, if you feel like sensations become too deep, you are never stuck. You always have the option to come out and maybe take that reclined figure 4 by crossing your left ankle over your right thigh when you're on your spine and bending the left knee. When you arrive in the depth of your choosing, remember we're going for that 70-80%. If you find it difficult to breathe, that is a sign to come out a little bit. When you arrive, take a deep breath in and exhale to soften. You're doing so wonderful. Give yourself 3 more slow breaths, remembering that it is okay to feel whatever's coming up, good or bad, however you perceive it. Try not to label it. It just is. One more breath in. It's okay to feel whatever you're feeling. Dive into it. And exhale to let it go. Release it to the universe. Beautiful, everyone. When you're ready, start to gently press yourself up onto the hands. If you're on your back in your reclined figure 4, you're welcome to stay there. Tuck your toes and then shimmy your right knee under your right hip. And then guide your left knee to meet your right in your tabletop. Let's find our cat-cow. Inhale, lower your belly, open your heart, shoulders roll back. Exhale, curl it all in, round your spine. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, sink your hips back onto your heels. Allow your hands to rest on your thighs for just a moment. A full breath in. Full breath out, let it go. Beautiful, everyone. Go ahead and sit your hips off to the side. Extend your legs out long in front of you. If you were in your reclined figure 4, then I'm going to show you another option if you want to stay on your spine. Otherwise, we'll sit here with the feet extended, legs extended, hips. If you want, you can scoot some of your tushy out from underneath you. And then you can stay here with a tall spine, or if you want to investigate some depth for your caterpillar pose, you can breathe in, lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, start to walk the hands forward. Maybe you rest them under the thighs, the knees, the calves, or around the big toes with your peace fingers. And you can stay here with an active spine, or if you would like to feel a deeper stretch, not just in the legs, but in the entire back body, through your back and your neck, maybe see how it feels to surrender the torso to gravity and to your breath. If you're in your reclined figure 4, or you were and you want to stay on the back, you can come here, just extend the feet towards the sky, flex your feet so you start to feel the activation in the backs of your legs. And perhaps you reach your hands around the backs of your knees or calves or your big toes if you have access, and you hang on there and start to feel a deeper stretch. Wherever you are is perfect. Honor your body. And remember that it's okay to feel whatever comes up. Maybe you're feeling negative thoughts or judgments. Maybe you're feeling happy, peaceful thoughts, or this feels good, or maybe this is uncomfortable. Take a few breaths in stillness and just observe whatever is present without labeling good or bad, right or wrong. Two more breaths. That was beautiful. If you're in your seated caterpillar, just slowly start to rise up one vertebra at a time. Try to let your head be the very last thing to rise. So treat your spine with kindness. And then slowly just start to walk yourself back. So maybe you come onto the forearms. Maybe you need to scoot forward a little bit. But eventually we're just going to arrive on the spine. If you're already on your spine, just let your feet come down to the earth. Find a bend in your knees. And we're going to take a few breaths here just in this neutral place. Maybe you'd like to walk your feet out the width of your mat and let your knees fall in towards one another. Maybe bring one hand to your heart and one to your belly. Deep breath in. Healing breath out. Take one more breath here in stillness in this beautiful neutral place. If you had your knees knocked in towards one another, allow them to separate. Toe heel your feet in so they're about hips width distance. Reach for that block or pillow. Maybe you fold the pillow in half and we're going to slide it underneath the hip bones for a supported bridge. So press into your feet, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips to peel your spine off the earth, and then slide your block underneath your hips. If you don't have a block and you're feeling like you don't mind some sensation for a little while, you can squeeze your glutes, keep your hips lifted towards the sky. And if that's not accessible and you don't have a block, you can take your reclined butterfly by bringing your feet into touch and knees opening out wide like a book. You've got a little less than 2 minutes left here in this posture. With every breath in, create space in your hips. Draw your awareness to the hips. Expand. And with every breath out, allow your hips to soften like butter. Releasing tension, melting over the top of your prop. It might be nice to let your hands rest on your hips to signal to them that they're safe and it's okay to relax. Give yourself 3 more breaths in your bridge pose.
final breath in. Final breath out. When you're ready, press into your feet. Squeeze your glutes, lift your hips off of your prop. Slide your prop out from underneath and then soften your hips to the earth. Inhale to hug your knees in towards your chest. Maybe you wrap your hands around the knees. And as you exhale, feel free to take some nurturing rocks side to side to release the low back. Once more, deep breath in. Deep breath out. Soften your feet to the earth, and then extend your legs out long as you come up onto your forearms. Take that prop, that pillow or block, and a couple of options. You can either put it on the low setting or the medium setting. Our upper back is going to come onto the top of this prop. So if you have a block, it's going right between those shoulder blades. If you have your pillow, it's going to feel a little bit more cushy, and that's okay. So when you're ready, just slowly start to melt over the top of your prop. Again, it's placed between those shoulder blades. If that medium or the low setting is too thick, maybe you come up onto the medium setting, but you are going to feel more sensation there. If any of this is too deep, just come onto the back, or if you don't have a prop and you're on just your back, crawl your shoulder blades underneath you. So walk them closer together just so that heart is puffed up into the air. And when you're ready, take a deep breath in and exhale to soften. Give yourself permission to relax, to breathe into whatever you may be feeling. You have about 30 more seconds in this posture. Time for about 3 more breaths, if they are slow, healing breaths. Is there anything else you can let go of these next few moments? Breathe into any tension and release it with an exhale. And when you're ready, you have the option to just invite a bend into your knees and roll off of your prop. And just kind of use your hand to scoot it out from underneath you. And then we'll come back onto the spine. If you are near a wall, you might like to make your way there if you aren't, or if you have a wall that you have access to. Otherwise, take your legs up the wall by placing your feet up towards the sky. If you have a block or pillow, you can scoot it under your hips like we did in that bridge pose. And then let your feet go up towards the sky. Or if you're on that wall, you just walk your hips up towards the wall and then let your feet go up towards the sky. This is one of my favorite poses. If you're feeling stressed or anxious or tense, maybe you just have time for one pose before you go to bed. This is a wonderful option to help you relax. Let all that blood from the legs pool into your heart and your mind and your upper body. That just signals to the body that we're safe. We don't have all that blood pumping in our arms and legs like we're trying to get away from danger. There's a saber-toothed tiger trying to get us in that fight or flight state.
It tells our body, oh, there's blood in all of my organs, in my digestive system, in my heart. That must mean I'm safe to rest, to relax, to heal. It might feel nice to bring one hand to your heart and one to your belly. And when you're ready, take a deep breath in. And exhale to relax. And give yourself another 3 rounds of breath in this stillness, silence, with your breath, releasing tension with each exhale. Final inhale. Final exhale. If you are cozy here with your legs up the wall and you want to remain here for a while longer, you are so free to do so. This is your body, your practice. If you would like to transition into your final resting pose, however, any other final resting pose, let your feet come back down to earth. If you have a prop under your hips, remove that first. And then let everything go long. Let yourself get comfortable. Let your arms and legs grow heavy by your sides. Remembering that it's okay to feel. You can't argue with how someone feels. And no one can argue with how you feel. It's how you feel. And that is okay. So when you arrive in your final resting posture, take a deep breath in. I give myself permission to feel. And exhale to surrender. Rest here now for a couple of minutes, and I will guide you when it is time to awaken. Savasana. If you are comfy, cozy, and you would like to remain resting, give yourself permission to stay here as long as you'd like. Your body is wise. It knows when it is ready, when it is rested, and when it wants to move on. If you are ready to awaken and move into the rest of your day or night, begin to find some sweet little movements in your fingers and toes, your ankles and wrists. Maybe rock your head side to side. Open and close the hands and feet. Draw life back into your body with a deep breath in. And exhale to let it go. Inhale to reach your arms overhead. Feel a full body stretch. And exhale to bend your knees and roll over onto your favorite side, left or right. Rest that beautiful head of yours softly on your arm in fetal pose. Use this moment to honor whatever it is that inspired you to be here, to show up on your mat and make this time for yourself. Maybe it was you who inspired you. If and when you are ready, my loves, begin to press yourself up into an easy seat. Come up onto the sit bones. Let the hands rest wherever you'd like, maybe on the knees, maybe on the heart, maybe at heart center. Just take a moment here to notice how you feel in the heart, in the mind, in the body, in your spirit. Perhaps you feel life energy buzzing in all of your cells. When you're ready, let's go ahead to seal practice with one final round of breath. Inhale to fill up with all of this love, this life. And exhale to release it. Thank you, yogis, for joining me today and taking this time to care for yourselves so we can go out into the world with more kindness, more calm, more ease, more love. All of my love to you. Namaste. Thank you, yogis, for joining me. If you enjoyed your practice, feel free to try it again anytime you're feeling some difficult emotions or feelings start to come up and you just need to slow down and reconnect and allow them to be as they are. If you enjoyed your practice, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends who might be going through a hard time and need a little bit more love and compassion in their practice. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a wonderful rest of your day or night. All my love.